Imagine a world where you are hawking cold drinks on the scorching streets just to survive, only to discover that your father is actually a billionaire living in a mansion. This is the story of a young girl whose life is about to take a dramatic turn from poverty to power. The story begins with our feisty protagonist, who spends her days hawking a drink she calls heaven. She is energetic, witty, and does whatever it takes to help her grandmother make ends meet. However, beneath the surface of their simple life lies a heavy secret. Her grandmother is deeply protective, harboring a bitter grudge against the girl's wealthy biological family, whom she blames for the tragic death of the girl's mother. The peace is suddenly shattered when a delivery man arrives with a mysterious package. The girl picks up a phone call and is shocked to hear the voice of a man claiming to be her grandfather. He reveals that she comes from a lineage of immense wealth and doesn't deserve to suffer. Meanwhile, we meet Richard, the girl's father, who is living a life of luxury with his wife Pamela. Despite their wealth, their home is filled with tension because they have remained childless for 7 years. When the girl finally gathers the courage to call Richard, he heartlessly denies her, telling her never to call his number again. Unexpectedly, the girl's grandfather decides it's time for a reckoning. He knows Richard and Pamela are elitist and arrogant, so he hatches a plan to teach them humility. He brings the girl into the mansion, but there's a catch. She is introduced not as the daughter of the house, but as a lowly maid. Pamela is instantly disgusted, looking down on the girl and insulting her for the poverty written all over her face. But this maid isn't going to take the abuse lying down. In a series of hilarious yet dramatic confrontations, the girl fights back, refusing to be bullied in what she knows is actually her own father's house. At that moment, the power dynamics begin to shift. The grandfather reveals a shocking condition in his will. Richard and Pamela own nothing. The mansion, the cars, and the businesses all belong to the grandfather, and they will only inherit them if they treat the girl with respect. Suddenly, the billionaire father finds himself at the mercy of the girl he rejected, as she even goes as far as snatching his car keys to prove who really holds the power. Just when the conflict reaches a breaking point, a miracle occurs. Pamela, who has struggled with infertility for years, discovers she is finally pregnant. This news completely humbles her. She realizes her past cruelty and breaks down in prayer, asking for God's forgiveness and vowing to treat the girl like her own daughter. The girl secretly overhears this emotional prayer, and for the first time, the walls of bitterness between them begin to crumble. In the final act, the grandfather reveals that the maid ruse was a test of character for everyone involved. Richard and Pamela apologize for their arrogance, and the family is finally united in love and peace. The story ends on a powerful note of redemption, proving that wealth means nothing without humility, and that even the most broken families can find their way back to each other.